The year was 2003. I was in college and found myself searching the internet for a new MMO to play. It was then that I discovered a game called Darkfall. It seemed like everything I'd ever wanted. But it was still being developed and apparently had been in that stage for quite some time. However, I promised myself that I would never forget about Darkfall. I would keep an eye on it and play it as soon as it released. Darkfall Unholy Wars released. Oh crap, I forgot. I've actually tried to do a video on this game twice. Once in May of 2013 and again in April 2014. And each time I've had something else come up. And I ended up just discarding my footage as it was several months old by the time I got back around to it. But not this time. This time I'm gonna... Ooh, Dragon Age is free on Origin right now. Now, if you don't know what Darkfall is, well, it's a hardcore MMORPG, and by that I mean it's a sandbox with open PvP and full loot. I've been covering a lot of these lately, but this game also has town building, sieges, boating, and a lot of cool stuff like that to do. However, this is just a first impressions video, so I haven't really gotten to that stuff yet. But someday, maybe. It kind of depends on how long it takes. First up is character creation. The graphics in Darkfall are... when was this game released? 2009? Okay, I'll give it to it. You'll get to choose from a few races, like human, orc with a K, silly Darkfall. To be cool, it's supposed to be orc with an X, or a Z. Pff, noobs. A human-sized dwarf, seriously, they're a human-sized dwarf race, a cat person, an elf, and a literal Batman. After that, you'll design your look through a bunch of preset styles, and boom. Whoa, button overload! Then it's time for the tutorial. You'll learn to walk, run, jump, crouch, and all of the combat elements. Darkfall has... I kind of hesitate to call it action combat, but you do click to attack, so I guess it kind of depends on your definition of action. What's really interesting though is that the game automatically puts you into first person when you switch to a ranged weapon. It kind of makes it like a first person shooter. Darkfall, pre-modern warfare. Black Ops Ghost. There's a Call of Duty reference. That's a bad joke. Then it's on to your starting city where the tutorial continues. Time for a wood chopping, rock mining, shrubbery cutting good time. I don't even know what that means. P.S. Darkfall seems to love Monty Python, with their axes talking about lumberjacks being okay and calling shrubs shrubberies. Well played, Darkfall. Well played. Progression in Darkfall is skill-based. Kind of. Every time I complete an action, I gain prowess. You'll use prowess to raise your skill's effectiveness and your stats. So it's essentially your rating so that you can compare yourself to others and shove your prowess in their face, which will get you arrested in most states. There are several schools in which to learn skills, and you can pick and choose from each to kind of create your own class. I decided to go with Elementalist based on some advice I got. By the way, a big thanks to I'm just gonna call you Cheesecake, who recognized me and helped me figure out a few things. You are a gentleman, I think, and a scholar. You're also delicious. The tutorial will take you through some crafting and will send you out to kill some monsters. First, I went out to kill some goblins. That was fun. Then I went out and killed some zombies. That was also fun. Then I went out and killed some skeletons. Not as fun. Really, all I did in combat was click a lot. It got a bit more interesting when I bought a lightning skill, but it didn't change that much. Hopefully, combat gets a bit more exciting when you fight actual people and there are a lot more involved. After you kill your enemies, you loot their gravestones and then use your knife to carve the gravestone? Wow, I'm a psychopath. Around this time, I also got my first mount, which looked wildly depressed, and we rode off into the sunset. Or the snow. Either way's good. And my character actually got snow on him. Early 2000s graphics aside, that's pretty cool. For my next task, I actually had to run out of the safe zone for a second, which makes you able to be killed by other players in the open world. And then I promptly ran back in, as I'm not a glutton for punishment since I have such a small prowess. It's cold. And I'm gonna call it here. While I may have made a lot of jokes at its expense, all in all, I actually enjoyed my first few hours in Darkfall. Even though I really didn't get out of the tutorial stages, I still had fun and felt like I was actually accomplishing something, unlike some other sandbox games I've played recently. The most fun I had was actually just running around the world and killing stuff. But sadly, I needed to return to the city. So I started to teleport, which takes just about as long as a Dragon Ball character to power up. Just cut to the credits, please. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to visit MMORPG.com for all your MMO-related news. And if you like this video, make sure to visit my YouTube channel for more silly MMO-related videos. There are links in the description below.